Alright, hello. If you're watching this at a later time, I have a separate video of summon. I am going to summon this stream, but I'm going to do some Senkaimon first. That's going to take me a little bit, so if you're just looking for the summons, go and find the other video, or skip on this regard. It's going to be the last thing I do. But I am going to be summoning on 2 accounts, so the actual summon probably won't happen until the last 20-30 minutes of the stream, but like I said though, doing Senkaimon first. I have done the first 29. I always like to take 30 to 50 stream. Really easy. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing both this and the extreme. Plan is just to do one because I get tired pretty easily if I haven't streamed for a while, which I haven't. And also I have 2 more assignments that are due tonight at the team project that I'm in school. So we'll see. The plan is to definitely do this in Senkaimon, see where I am at orbs. I know I have 4 orbs on the JP account, maybe one. I have more orbs in the JP account than I do this one, but I think if I do both Senkaimons, I should actually have more one. They don't take too long. I was planning on summoning for various days with this 1000-year blood work, but one of the things I was going for wish on orb, especially account, and the other I also wanted to time. Why not time summon? I was gonna do that yesterday, but it got to be really late. Plus, I had more homework yesterday still. What is the last one? There's so many characters that came out that I haven't seen their special. I'm so used to Skittle. Hey Bernardo, how's it going? That's the plan. I am definitely gonna summon for both accounts. I think I've got most of the filler. I know I'm missing some. But I really want the Tsunde's character. Particularly, I know Astronaut is better. I want Byakuya more, strangely enough. I really like Byakuya. It's interesting to see people say that he got shafted. Because he is out of the 2, Astronaut is definitely better. And so people get people are complaining about Byakuya. But he's got Frenzy at 2, you know? He's got some pretty good moves of his own. Just the other guy come out of the water. But like I said before, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it. Yeah. We're probably gonna get a remake of the original, like in similar art style of first 1000-year blood over Byakuya that we got. I had to. They'll probably do this. They'll probably do a lot of the characters again, twice, basically. Like we're probably gonna see another version of Toshiro, but it's gonna be like fused with fused with Hollow or whatever the fused with the Bankai version. Really cool, qualified Bankai. We're probably gonna we might get another version of Sajin before we get a human version of Sajin, but I don't know. There's not a lot of. Well, there's not that much difference with Byakuya. Who are the new 1000-year blood war characters? Astronaut and Byakuya. But I can see us getting a lot of characters before and after the training. Probably not all the characters, some of them that. But oh yeah, it is. I haven't had time, and I shouldn't. I shouldn't be streaming right now. I have homework I need to do. I have 2 more assignments due this week. Another one that I should get, or 3 other ones that I should get started. They're due next week. I'm not gonna Thanksgiving. And then we have a team project, all of which I should be working on. I really wanted to summon, and I couldn't just sit down, summon, and end it. Because one, I don't have that many orbs on this account, and two, I just wanted to do some summon. That's why it's gonna take about 2 hours out of the game. I should be good from 7 to 9. I know 2 of my assignments are pretty easy. Team project, kind of up in the air. But hopefully you guys have better summons, better luck in your summons. I do wish it was a triple 1000-year Blood War banner. It kind of seems random. Sometimes we just get 2 character banners. And it's the kind of thing that we just kind of accepted it at this point. Which is unfortunate. We do. Our decision to summon. There's always the option of waiting and summoning another banner. Hey Roxas, how's it going? Hiyori is a tricky because I always get killed by Hiyori's special. Okay, I always seem to get killed by Hiyori's special, even though it's so easy to avoid. Because I always miscalculate. I only did 3 steps. First 2 steps were ripped. Ass not on step 3. Out of curiosity, are you on your phone? Or did you have to go and find the name Asnot to get the umlauts on the A's? Oh, too little. I would not know how to get those on keyboard unless I opened up a separate tab, copied and pasted them off. Which is really annoying when I have to do stuff in Spanish. Like sometimes I'll translate stuff from my mom or whatever. Very rarely, but I do. And I have to go find the ñ. It's really annoying because like I have to go find the translation or find the alt combination to get the little blue line over. Hey Cobra, how's it going? Fuck. Nice. Who are you? Okay. It's a lot easier on the phone. Going fine, long time. It has, yeah, it has been progressively bad. Keeping up with video, the school has to be busy. Sometimes, you know, even if I do have free time after school, I, you know, spend my entire day at work on screen, and I have to end that and go do homework all computer based. Sometimes when I have free time, I just don't. It'll be a lot better when I'm out of school. And that can be. That's why some of my friends are like, why can't you play games? You have time. I'm like, I don't want to sit down after a full day of work in front of the screen and then immediately go after school in front of the screen and then go and sit down and play games. I'm gonna go outside. But I haven't done school or work today. Hi. You have to navigate to the document. You have to. Oh. That's trouble. There's actually, and I had to memorize for a while, but I haven't. If you hold Alt on the keyboard and then type in certain numbers, I think like 0225 is one of the vowels. But different combination Alt and different combinations of numbers, and then release Alt gives you different characters that aren't normally available. Usually when I'm translating stuff, I'll look them up, write them down, like the numbers, and then I'll just have that on the site. because accent marks are annoying to do on a keyboard. I have not yet figured out how I'm gonna type have Google Translate to get the character. I would not know how. Or rather, I probably would know how. Who do you pick for the characters to be the next? Is that Spirit Society summons? Because if you're talking Spirit Society, I think they're gonna skip. Either that or we're gonna get it at an abnormal time. Because I think the next summon is end of the month summon, and that's probably gonna be a Christmas banner. But there's also a good chance, like, we've gotten the Spirit Society banner in like random months. Oh, swimsuit. It's always one or the other, and I always guess. I don't know. I like what they did last time, where they did two separate females. And I'd hope they would do that again. We haven't gotten. Yeah, we did. I was gonna say we haven't gotten Nell in a while, but yes, we did. I don't know. I would hope that it would be manga characters. I think we're at a point now where we have enough manga stuff, manga's out, that it just would make sense. Oh, yeah. But I don't think they're gonna do that. It's either gonna be. I'll say it now. I'll say this now. We are either gonna get manga characters for the next one, or the Burn the Witch. I started listening to audiobooks to prevent looking at scenes. I actually, it's funny you said that. A week ago, I started doing the same thing. I started doing the exact same thing, except it wasn't audiobooks. That's not true. I'm listening to one book. But if you go to Audible and you look up The Unbelievable Truth, there is 2016. It's a radio show. It's 20. There's 26 seasons of it. Each season has 6 episodes. So, despite there being 26 times, and each episode is only 28. So it's still pretty good. But it's basically a game show, but an audio-based game show with comedians. None of which you've heard of probably. Unless you're into British comedy like I am, then you've probably heard of all of them. And they basically, it's a comedy game show, basically. It's been going on for 26 years, and I have been listening to that. That's been my go-to for this. Especially at night when I don't want to stare. Turn that off. It's really funny. I hope we haven't seen the end of this person. I don't think we have, because it's very, very popular. It easily has the most, outside of swim summons. I guess Christmas summons. Yeah. It has the most amount of variants. To the point where I think, if I haven't already, I could do a top. Let's see what my last. It's been a hot. I know what the last. But I don't think I hope we haven't seen the last of a lot of, like, because Carousel summons went away. Dude, they went away for a few years. Oh, and then they just came back. People were like, heck yeah. I hope they bring back Desert Society. I think so. We only ever saw that and the Korean Society. I'm all. I'm glad they did a Halloween banner. Because those are rare now. Which is weird because you think it would. The Halloween banners are back, which is nice. I like that they're bringing in old stuff and just remaking it. Because I think the Wolfman Hitsugaya is a really good design in the anime. And all of those are good designs. I hope we get the others remade. I think a 5-star version of Zombie Renji or Mummy Renji would be really fun. The visual strong. They look like they would be a lot of fun. And you could easily just give them slow and. I want to go back to TBS, but I'm kind of scared of how far I need to go. It doesn't take that. It's not like you're competing with, unless you're in PvP. But even then, you just have to wait. But no, you don't have to. You don't have to. Like all the premium stuff, is really top tier. Out. Sometimes they don't have the best killers, but you should. Cool. Life gets big. Since Bambi would be, I think there's a very good chance to be. But I think it's a higher chance of being Burn the Witch than. But I'm all for either. There's also a good chance we'll just do two. They'll do one that's the manga stuff, delete it, and then there will be like a Burn the Witch collaboration. You know, remember they did two this year. They also did two Halloween stuff with the Burn the Witch and the Hitsugaya and Tomo. They're doing something very, very clever that I don't mind them doing, in that they're giving the Quincy killers and the Generator killers to the banner that they know people aren't gonna. That way they can get those characters out there and not have. Because if they released the Burn the Witch characters and they gave them a Generator killer and a Quincy killer, people would be upset. But because they're like, well, release this first, people will summon, and then we can release the guy and Momo, give them the not so great killers, and nobody's gonna summon for them anyway because everybody's gonna be solo on orbs. Just gonna have to accept it. I didn't hear anybody complain about anything. And it's funny too because sooner or later, Quincy characters, they're not quite there yet. But like, I feel like no affiliation is there. No affiliation killer is now just on the level of Hollow. Human and Quincy are not quite there yet. Quincy's getting closer, sure. But we're not quite there yet. Sooner or later there will be, and then those characters will be sought after. Regular enemy. Last blends, hello. I was reading the chat, and then I saw off the side of my eye or ignore it. That's why the screech. You love that 1,000-year blow or can't for your own world now? Me too. I am really bummed out that the first one, the four-legged one, came out like in that 3 or 4 month window where they didn't give characters Flurry and the good killer. They gave him Tusky Bruiser. So I really hope when she gets resurrected. Hopefully this end of the month isn't hype. It's probably going to be well, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be Christmas, but Christmas is one that they can do end of the month or mid-month because it's near the end of the month, not the beginning. We'll see. They might do 2 Christmas banners. I'm willing to bet if the end of the month is a Christmas banner, the mid-month is gonna be. Waiting for. Sorry if I'm reading your chat, Adam. I see some messages and I'm like, oh, I haven't read the one above it. So, you guys return, please. You finally pulled 2 accessories you were missing last week. Speaking of 15 gold. Oh, nice. Which teacup? There's 2, right? There's like the Arankar teacup. Reaper teacup. I think they're both classified as. Dude, yeah, it is very impressive that this game has survived. And honestly, it deserves it. Because a lot of other games, and KLF has all the credit, because a lot of other games are made by the same company. Different companies that all they do is anime stuff. And Caleb does a lot of anime stuff too, but since they're not associated with all the other stuff, I feel like the other companies pump out games so frequently they don't give their games enough attention or enough. They don't design them that way. Or they design them in such a way that it's easy. That it's easy to pump out. You know? And I say that I have never developed a game, but like this game, you can clearly tell this game has a lot more. It's quality over quantity. This game has quality, and I think that's why it survived this. And I legitimately think that if it wasn't for this game, the anime wouldn't. I 100% believe. I need them to bring up Burn the Witch again so you get a 5 out of 5. Woo! I don't know that there's any character that I want. I think the only one I've ever actually put in effort in was the Can't For Your Own World version of. Like I used my move resources. Not that I poured in. Special move. But other than that, I don't think I've ever done it. Yeah, I have read the whole manga. In fact, I own the whole manga. I don't really can't see it's off camera. Right over there. I bought the box. I even have, let me see. 12. I have both book 74 and book 1 4 times. Which is a problem. And the reason I have it 4 times is when I found it on the bookstore, I'm like, oh, I want the first manga, the first and last manga. That's what I bought. And then I got into this habit of buying the first manga of all my favorite stuff. Because I don't like a lot of. I mean, I do like a lot of anime, but I've got some that are like I either grew up on or I played. And I decided I want those in Japanese as well, because it'd be cool to have them in Japanese. So I bought both the final chapter and the first chapter. I completely forgot I did this, and I ended up buying the last chapter in Japanese. Again, that's three times that I bought the last one, and we're up to 2 that I bought the first one. And then the special cover edition version of the first book came out. Ended up buying that. So that's 3 and 3. 3 and 3 of each. Because I was like, oh, this is a special edition. I want it. I may not open it, but I do want it. So I bought it. That's 3 and 3. And then I decided I'm gonna get the whole box. I think they were having a sale store that I went to get it. And so I ended up buying that. And then eventually I ended up buying the other 2 boxes. And that ended up being 4. That's how I came to own 4 versions of the first. I also own 2 copies of Burn the Witch, one in English. Ended up buying. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't have to go back to the first book of Naruto. Then Fairy Tail. But those are only. Where was I in? If end of the month is Christmas, it's to skip. I like the Christmas. Well, yeah, they didn't. That bothers me too. They didn't finish. They clearly were like, oh, we're redoing the movie. We're just gonna redo it again. And then they stopped, and we haven't heard back. And then same with the Zanpakuto. We actually didn't get a few banners with Zanpakuto stuff, and then they're just like, can't get it. I don't know why. I was looking forward to some of the leaks. And they very well could do it again. The movie one's a little harder. They kind of have to re-hype it up again. Oh, what's the movies? But the Zanpakuto one, it could literally happen at any moment. They don't have to make a big deal. Speed teacup Buron. Nice. I think I am still missing some, but it's really hard to track them because I have 2 accounts. I know some of them that I have on both accounts, some that I only have on one, but I don't. Back for the Caleb for another game development. I mean, we're getting another. Hey, we got them. But it's like a proper fighting game that I didn't, for the longest time I couldn't tell if it was gonna be mobile or if it was gonna be PC or console game. I think it ends up that it's just sad because I would much rather. Although you can use a controller if you set everything up, and I 100% plan on it, I would have still rather. And who knows? Because of its success, they're turning everything into like fight. There could very well be one. Future. I hope there is. I like fighting games, but I very much like fighting games locally or against the computer. Because I like them, but I'm not competitive good at them. Or I block everything and perfect. Wow. If they did a Bleach one, by just like creating a fighting game, which there's already precedent to because Heat the Soul exists. There's like 7 Heat the Soul games. And they're all Bleach made on the PSP. Those exist. If they made a modern day Soul 8, 9, or whatever they're at, and they're like, yeah, here, here's all the characters, use them, fun. The game is a lot of fun, by the way. If they're like, yeah, here's the game, the Wild, and made all the seasonal characters that we have here, make those costumes for the other ones for the DLC, it would make off alone. Because you wouldn't have to buy everyone, just buy certain seasonal stuff that you like. Can't believe Astronaut's been known to make trailer either. There's a very good chance that we get Astronaut. Another Byakuya for sure, because we haven't gotten his OP, the OP version. Like this is before he got whooped, right? And Astronaut because we never actually get to see his like transformation. Any of like 2 of his attacks are Byakuyas. His special's Byakuyas. So I think there's a good chance we'll see both. This is more like, I don't know if you've noticed, manga characters are kind of becoming a lot more common. It's a shame that they're still locked on premium, but they are becoming a bit more common. We're seeing the banners more often. This is not the first time we get a manga banner where they don't. This has happened before. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember there was another one that came out of. I have a heart to how Max Transcendent definitely would benefit. No, yeah, you're right. Max Transcendent is very, very important for me. That's where a place where I'm like, makes you're heavy into. I'm not, which is why I don't. Really useful for guild quests as well, but it's guild quests you can still do and be good at it. Mic is low in the game. For letting me know. I only wish. But that's on me. It's because I have to adjust the levels. Anytime I summon on JP and Global, they're a little different. I don't know why. Or rather, I do know why. I just don't know an easy. And sometimes I forget. Should be good now. Let me know if I need to adjust. Oh. Hiro janai. Says Ichigo now. Oh no. I'm dodge. Dodge. I don't remember if I had last. I'm pretty sure I did have a last. I still don't have Tag Team Ichigo or mine. Really? That's a surprise. For a while I couldn't stop it. But it goes like that for a lot of games. Sometimes I'll get into a patch where in one gear out. That said, I haven't summoned tickets no. Who knows what this iteration. Yeah, that's a bad habit. Well, I'm sure they'll get around. I hope they get around. They really like it. And I really want a good version of it. Soulborn game would be Soulborn Bleach game. Let's take it. Shine color. Doesn't matter. You're dead. Who is your favorite character in Bleach? Oh, as captain? Shun's character? Kisuke, who's not technically a captain anymore. I couldn't pick him. So my favorite character is Kisuke, then Yoroi. Favorite captain is Shun's. Favorite Espada is Stark, but favorite Arrancar is Hell. Favorite Quincy's probably Ken. I like my electric power. Did I summon already? No, I'm trying to get some orbs off of Senkaimon so both of my accounts can be roughly the even amount of. My JP account has almost 2,000 orbs, and this one's got like 600. I was trying to wrap this up to get a few more orbs. Plus, anytime I start a stream and then summon immediately, I always get people near the end show up and be like, oh hey, just got here, have you summoned yet? And they always miss it because I just kind of start, summon, and then end it. I figured kind of. Is audio cutting off sometimes? I know I set up a filter. Is it audio for just me or for the game as well? I got 2 out of 5 Byakuya, 1 out of 5 Asnod. Wow, 6, and you still have 20,000 orbs after them. Wow. gonna play it. I know I set up my mic because I didn't want to get. I think it's annoying having to set up a mic because I can never tell how to put it. I wanted to grab the outside noises. Sometimes there's also a train that runs by the apartment, so sometimes it hear that. We're at the point now where the neighbors aren't playing music. I might be able to get. This game is cutting. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that won't happen. I adjusted the mic a bit. I hope it's not too loud, or I hope I don't speak too loudly. If not, then I'll just have to make some adjustments after the stream. Because at that point, I'm going to have to mess with filters and then trial and error it. And that's going to take a while. I always forget with him I have to use my special. On this account. On the other account, I don't for some reason. I think it's because I do set up a last. A lot of my teams look exactly the same on this and JP. Alright, 50 orbs from this. Yeah, I'll show my friend code after this and you can send us the like. I'll accept it. I don't know it off the top of my head. It's interesting that we get so many variety of no affiliation. We get like 4 different variety of no affiliation, 2 different variety of Soul Reapers, and then 1 of Hollow Twins. How many orbs are in How many orbs are in stream, Senkaimon? Because I was only planning on doing 1 of them. I could get more orbs between this because you can see there's a 50 a few times. 1, 2, 3. There's 200 orbs in, which would set me pretty close to JP, but I also don't want to hold you guys hostage for too long. And I have home. All combined, it is a lot, yeah. I do wish they would continue putting out news. I understand why they're not. Probably a lot of design. I just missed the new, like, the rule, like, there's always a new rule set. New little challenges. Oh well. Then there was dude, I hope so. I do think we're gonna get a remake of all the Zero Division members. Do we? I need to read them. I own them. I should probably read them. Do we know what the symbols and Ara's abilities mean, or like what they are? Looks so cool. And there was here's a filler we haven't. Well, that's another reason I think we might get movies sooner or later. Is because a lot of characters that they're not in premium, it's kind of hard to see them again in other places. They can't really add them in Thousand Year Blood War because they're not. But like, when are we gonna see Aura again? You know, when are we gonna see a lot of the Beyond Resurrected characters? Other camp for your own world kind of. Alright guys, moment of truth. Do I do this during the stream? Get another 300 orbs? Or do I go straight to leave it up? If I go straight to the summons, then that's after the summon. Short, but more. And if not, then I'll do that. I'll have an extra enough for one, maybe two more summons. And this. While we wait, spot a killer, spot a have any with human killers? Not. Okay. Who can burn? Wait. You can. And they don't get sealed. I think you can. Right? Let's say yes. Premium ticket stream incoming. Sooner or later. They're a little tricky now because they're a lot, they're a little tricky now because they are not, the rates are lowered now. They changed them. It used to be on average I could get one every 1,500 tickets. In the last stream that I did, I summoned 10,000 of those tickets and I only got. So they, and it's not the first time I've done that. So they changed the rates from what they used to. But I might honestly do them when I do all the other things. Just because you can summon by the hundreds now. It's a lot faster than it used to be. I don't have to make a whole thing out of it anymore. Do safe. Shell of safety. Get as many orbs as possible. Okay. And we can summon. Let's burn us a chat. Do we know if I mean, I'm sure you right? They wouldn't not give this Ukiora debuff again, would they? They gave him Long Stride, which is pretty cool. That's another thing. They did a banner with Ukiora, where it was all 3 versions of Ukiora. 3 out of 4 versions of Ukiora. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. They might start doing this, because this wasn't an individually, like, unique banner. It wasn't like a end of the year or anniversary thing. They just did it. I thought, okay, cool. That means they might start releasing all of them. Like, nope. They just did this like this. They also released a Quincy Ichigo again. Just out of nowhere. They're like, here you go. And I thought they were going to do all of them again, but I still think they might. But they're kind of locked to that. It's not going to do all the orders. No. Which one are we? There's some of these that I changed up, and I might do that. I very rarely update the character that I use in Senkaimons that I've beaten it before. This is one of them. I used to use the past version of Shoot, and I switched it up after this guy got. Even though I don't really like Infinite Boost characters. And it's a shame because there's been a few characters that I really like that I'm like, oh, I like this character. Oh, it's an Infinite Boost character. Like, for example, the new Byakuya that came out. He's a boost character. I don't like when they make strong attacking characters boost. I think it's a waste of a strong attack. I think if anything, they should make that the strong attack. And make strong attack 2 something else. That way you can use your strong attacks more frequently. Otherwise you're stuck using your normal attack, which for this Aizen is not terrible since he has a plus 40 bruiser and long reach, I believe. But not everybody has that. Most characters have a plus 20 bruiser of their But they did that with a lot, and it was exciting when it first happened. He was the one that it first happened on. When they're like, yeah, we're gonna give this guy strong attack recharge and a boost move, and everyone was like, you know what this means? Infinite boost. And it was pretty cool as an idea. And then started giving it to a lot of hype characters, and then just kind of normalized it as a thing. Like, because it's just a waste of a strong attack. I mean, not a waste, you do get power up, but you don't get to spam them anymore. They did it with True Bankai Ichigo. They did it with Machine Society Yoroichi. Really sucks for me, because I like that character a lot, but I would really rather another strong attack other than a boost. Even though it is a cool boost move. Here's another character I changed. I don't remember who I used to. I know the Rangikus are relatively new to my character. Ow. I just ran into those spikes! And I healed up the damage. I'm glad Rangiku's been getting a lot of love in the game. It took so long for them to actually do it. snake. Now go. Wow, she's been paralyzed for a while. Caleb makes decisions that puzzle you sometimes. Same. Guys, I am ready for the end of the semester. Tired. I get a whole month off of school between this semester and semester, and I'm ready to just sit down and relax. I haven't really had time to play anything. Like, I've had time to, like, you know, have BBS open and grind and occasionally sit down and do stuff. I made time for Spider-Man 2 when that came out. But aside from that, I haven't really had time to play anything. Do anything. So I'm excited to have a month, and I'm thinking of starting Elden Ring. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to struggle through a game. I kind of want to sit down and casually. There is a mod for Elden Ring, because I have it on PC. There's a mod that halves enemy damage, doubles your own, and it's basically, it just makes it a casual playthrough of the game, and I am all for that. I'm all, because I don't care if it's like cheating. If I'm not against other people, it doesn't matter. I'm just having fun. But Charles insists I don't. Like, no, you have to play it first, like the developer intended. Which I, like, no. Wanna play it how I want. That's my only experience with Fallout 4 so far. That's another game I have to finish. I stopped playing Fallout 4 about a year ago, because I started it about a year ago, and I got not very far into the game, but I stopped playing it because even though I really, really enjoyed it, the loading screens started to become a real. Anytime I exited or entered a building, the loading took forever, which is a shame because the game was a lot of fun. Loading just took forever. But that's another game that I just installed a bunch of mods. Like, I'm gonna play this, and I'm just gonna mod it. And I don't think it's a problem for the loading. I don't think that's what affected the loading. From what I could tell, from what I've read, loading in that game has been a problem forever. Like, it's that and Skyrim had loading issues after your game had been, after you've played for a while and left enough stuff on the. I don't know. Maybe I can find a mod that fixes it. I already platinumed Spider-Man 2, really enjoyed it so much. I didn't platinum it. I might eventually when I have to. Just kind of wanted to beat the story. I wanted 100% it. In-game 100%, not in trophy, whatever 100%. Which I did. And I really want to play it again, but I want to play it in New Game Plus. So I'm waiting for that to be added. If I remember correctly, the first Spider-Man game didn't have New Game when it came out. They added it after. Early in the game, we almost never got Rangiku. Right? Well, very, very early in the game, we did. She was the one of the first seasonals. Was her. Swimsuit Rangiku was a thing. Halloween Rangiku was a thing. And then there was a 4-star, which at the time that it came out, 4 stars were viable options. It's not like now where it's just 6 stars. No. At the time it came out, 4-star, like the game first came out, 4 stars were viable options. Your team could very well be 1 5-star and 2 4. That would. And there was a 4-star Valentine custom design, which I really hope they do next year. I hope they remake that, because they remade the White Day character. The Valentine's Day characters, the original ones, are probably my favorite designs in the entire game. I really, really like those designs. And then after that, we just never heard from her. It's just like, oh, people don't... For some reason, they just didn't make Rangiku as a character. They did a whole lot of Halibel, a whole lot of Yoroichi, not complaining. A whole lot of Riruka for some reason. Not as much Rukia as they should have. That's been more recent. Man, they really, really like Riruka. It was Riruka, Halibel, and Yoroichi. Those were like the very big... Oh, and Nell. Which... 3 out of 4 of those I don't mind. And honestly, I don't mind Riruka as... I don't like her as a character. I think she's annoying. As a playable character, she's got some of my favorite designs. Every single design for Season of Riruka, really, really. The Machine Society one is so good. I really wish they hadn't stopped Machine Society. It's so good. I'm surprised we saw out. I'm surprised we saw the return of Cacao Society. I'm glad we did too. I really like that game, or that world, this game. We gotta keep an eye on the time, because I mean, I know I can finish my homework. Supposedly one of my assignments is just a couple paragraphs. Another one is just like a piece of code. And then I have a team project that it's not due tonight, but I want to get some of it done. I hate... I don't like them. Because there's always a lot more work because it's a team project, but not everyone can agree, not everyone does the exact same work. Just a hassle. It just looks like a Frankenstein of a sign. Like, you can clearly tell different people did it. I really like this Shinsuke. Another Machine Society character. I wish this would have gone to someone else, just because I don't care for Mashiro. Mashiro's weird, because she's not really a character. She's just kind of there. Which sounds weird to say, but like, she's not really a character. She doesn't feel like a character like some of the other. She's there to kick. That's about it. I hate weakening because it slows me down. This guy's really annoying. Get with the others! You separate from the pack and you really drag things out. That was on me. Oh, not again. Get over there. This is why crowd control is so important. That's why I like the moves that gather enemies. Those are always fun. Especially when they can inflict status easily. A lot more. Dude, it's always these guys. Dude. Where they're gonna spawn. Gotta do it there. Really? You survived with 1 hit worth of hit points? What do I think of the Bleach anime so far? I haven't seen it. I am purposely waiting for it to be done, and then I'm gonna binge it all. I've seen the first episode, and then after watching the first episode, I'm like, I'm going to wait, and then I'm just gonna binge. And I wouldn't do that if it wasn't for the fact that I already know what happens because I read it. But if it wasn't for that, I would, because I want to avoid spoilers. But because I know what happens, do that. Oh, binge it all. I'm thinking of, I have a projector at my house, my parents' house that I let my sister borrow. I'm thinking of picking that up and my speaker that I have over there and setting it up here, because in this apartment I have white walls. So setting up a projector would be a very good idea. I have a beanbag, I have a projector, and you know what? I have a month off of school, December. So I might just do that. And I did know that there are a lot of new scenes, but so far none of them have been spoiled. But that might be what I do. That might be how I relax from binge shows that I like. On a beanbag, projecting them onto it. That sounds good. Get some blankets. Become a potato. Hey, Gecko! Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. Gecko reminded me. That's the other thing that it's been on my, it's a thing that it's on my list of have to do's. I have not even purchased the DLC for the new Pokemon game that came out last year. I didn't stream the Pokemon game that came out last year, even though I wanted to, because I had a lot of schoolwork, and I had a lot of schoolwork. It came out like right before Thanksgiving. It just didn't line up. But I also haven't done the new DLC. And I thought about doing it, but I was like, no. What I'd rather do is I'd rather get both DLCs, because the other one comes out in December, and then stream both. And that would be my Pokemon. That's another thing that I'm definitely gonna do. And I don't know if I want to start a new game and do it that way, because I don't know if you need to beat the game in order to do the DLC, or if you can just interrupt and then just go. Because if you could just interrupt and then just go, I might just do that. I might just start a new game and then go to and just do the DLCs. Because I would like to take a whole new team to go train up in the DLC. But if it's like the last game's DLC where you could just go at any time, it'll scale to your level. That's what I want. If it doesn't scale to your level, I'm gonna be going in with like level 20 something. Completely. you will need to beat the game to do DLC. In that case, I might just go with a team of like level 60 or something, and then do DLC. Do we know what day DLC 2 comes out? Because I want to time it to do it like the DLC 1 a few days before DLC 2, and that way I can go back to it. Mid-distance. Perfect. Perfect, because my semester ends December 12 or something. 12 or 13. So that lines up really well. I also, during, some of you know this, some of you don't. During last month, I had a, no, you're killing me. They killed me. Let me just do that again. I have a work trip every year that takes me all the way to Virginia. It's fun. This year, I was gonna do something different. I was gonna go to Virginia, and because New York is a lot closer to Virginia than it is to Texas, I was gonna hop over to New York for the first time. Never been. I was really excited. So I bought the tickets, we booked the hotel and everything. Everything was gonna be great. And then I made it to Virginia. And then the day before we were gonna have our work event. That's why I went, it's for the work event. I got COVID. And I got locked to my hotel room. And then I didn't know it was COVID, I thought I was just sick. And some days I felt better than others, so I thought I was getting better some of the days. And I went to New York, and I did nothing. I spent a lot of money to just hang out in my hotel room and do homework. Yay. I did go to see the Empire State Building. That's it. That's the only thing I did in New York. That is everything I did in New York. Anyway, while I was there, because I was sick, one of the other things I did besides homework was I played Digimon Cyberstorm. It was a lot of fun. And I'm really sad that on top 10 Digimon games, that's usually like the list people make, that's like the #1 one that people rank. Because that means it doesn't get better than that. And it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with it. But that's about as good as it gets. Makes me sad. I don't know why I told that story. I haven't finished it yet either. I'm on chapter 19 of 20. And then I have the second game to play as well. But I'm not going to do that. No. I want to wait till I forget a lot about the current game and then do the second game. Blew my resources, so to speak, on the first part. By resources, I mean I did a lot of the stuff that there was to. I got a lot of the mons that there was to get. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say I'm not gonna finish the Senkaimon, and I might not. I might just go to where the last bit you get corpses, and then switch. 420, yeah, 420. And I'll do the others. But all I need to do is get to 420. Then I'll have around the same amount of orbs that I do on JP. I'll switch over to JP, summon, or I might do this one first since I'm already, and then switch over to JP. I really wish I had this video. Okay. This floor always takes me a few attempts because I use. Well, I think it's supposed to be the one you use in this. Grimjow, the White Day Grimjow, because he's immune to being burned, and he came out before. He came out around the same time this and this floor. It just makes sense. He's the one you're supposed to use. It's just a pain. Best character now? I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the list because there's a lot of banners that I don't summon in, And there's a lot of banners that I do summon in and I don't get the characters. I really don't know. I'd have to take a look. And then do an extensive dive. Ow. It's also hard to tell because there's a lot of stuff that is just... There's a lot of characters that are just... that are good for one thing and not for another. Or that are very good in specific situations. There's some that get worse if you're in co-op, which is weird. Like some of the characters that have Ichigo. There was Ichigo, the Mangai Shikai Ichigo came out. He's very, very good. But put him in a situation where you're in co-op and he becomes less good. Because all of a sudden the damage to damage to enemies that are not afflicted by status ailment no longer applies because everyone's using weakening or burn or whatever, and then you lose 100% of damage. So it's kind of tricky. Have they added the new bonus abilities yet? I know that we're gonna add it. I just don't remember if they did it here. Sleepy Hollow, hello! There's too much at this point, it's about killer affiliation. Ah. If that! Honestly, even killer is starting to play less and less of a role. I still value it a lot, but I really shouldn't. Because it gets multiplied in a lot of stuff, but we're getting into the territory now where people have Flurry at 2 and Frenzy at 2 plus 80 increase on SP and stuff. If you have 80 increase on SP on Status Affliction and Frenzy at 2, and you have a Captain Killer, you're still good. You're still very, very good. It stopped mattering as much before Frenzy at... Like when it was Frenzy at 1, Killer still played a heavy, heavy role. And they still do, don't get me wrong. It's just everything's so overpowered. What do I think of the new Aston Byakuya banner? I'm very excited to summon it, and I'm so close. I only got a few more drawers, but I'm very, very excited. I know a lot of people want Asnot the most. I can't blame him. He is the better of the two. I'm a big Byakuya fan. I don't think this is the last time we're going to see these guys in Fan. Asnot has another form, and so does Byakuya. So there's no way. I think the next banner we might see might just be dude who stole Toshiro's Bankai, and then also a Hollow Fight Bankai Toshiro. I think that might be another. With maybe Rangiku on the side. There's no reason to get a manga Rangiku, you might as well throw her in that. Make her the one that they give the bad killer, even though they shouldn't. That's how it goes. You give the less impressive character, the least hype character, that's the one you give the bad killer. That seems to be the move. They did that with Nanao, they did that with Shojiro. It just seems to be the move. Which is fine. But I really like it. That's the Gyokos and PvP matter new units. Yeah. Honestly, I play this game just because it's fun to use different characters strong attacks. The actual, it's nice when they have the appropriate killer, but at this point, because everything's so overpowered, it doesn't matter. Plus, even if they're not overpowered, Transcendent points. Transcendence. You know, 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20. Force them to be good. That's what my whole series of projects. If I can't have a good character, I'm gonna make them good. That's what I did with OG Stark. OG Stark is not good, but I really like the character. So I'm gonna force them to be good. That's why I use regularly. I use the Speed O. The second version of Hollywood, the Speed Hollywood. The second canon. Who has no frenzy, just Bruiser at 40, Berserker at 40, or, well, 34, I don't remember what it is. But they gave him bombardment and a bad killer, so they just didn't give her frenzy or a good killer. But I had her at 5/5/5, or 5 out of 5, she was one of my very first 5 out of 5 characters, so I decided, I like this character, her range is good, I like Kalibo. I'm just gonna make her good. And then I did. I gave her ridiculous SP. I boosted all of her stats. And I use her regularly. In fact, I don't know if I've used her yet, this one, but there is a Florence and Senkaimon that I use her on. She's the best option. No, I haven't summoned. What do you think about the new outside of the please 100 years new dying? 100 years of PBS. Is that like a Rick and Morty thing? It's very weird. The way I consume Rick and Morty is very weird. I don't consume Rick and Morty by watching it. I watch recaps video because I don't like it enough to watch it, but I'm invested enough to want to know what happens. And so I watch recap. There's a channel that I watch, and I just watch it. And that's enough for me. That saves me time. I went 25 steps. Wow. And got Byakuya 1 out of 5 and that's not 5. Wow, that's dang. So tell me, because I haven't gotten to step 25 in a very long time. Certainly not before they implemented the new rule where you can just select. How does that work? If you get to step 25, do they just give you a ticket and then you can select one of the two? Or do they give you a ticket and the ticket guarantees one of the banners? I haven't had to go to 25 yet since they implemented. Whether it's because I didn't care enough to do it, I got a character before it, or what have you. Ow, ow. Please take him down before he unfreezes. They do a dual banner with Soifon and BG9. This because Soifon takes him out before. Doesn't Soifon take him out before Kisuke solves the whole Bankai thing? Or is it during that fight? Because she doesn't use. If I remember correct, and I could be wrong, I have to reread. I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, she doesn't take him out using her Bankai, but I think she does. I'll have to wait for to watch the show. Gecko, well, I mean, that's always a plus. Next duo unit could be Manga Toshiro and Rangiku if fought Basby. Yeah? Yeah? That's another one. I'm sure we're gonna get another Basby. I feel like he was one of those that the manga wanted us to really invest in. Because they went in a whole backstory with him. I didn't feel as invested with him as because they did that with Grimjow. And they both have very similar personality. Except I was invested in Grimmjow, in his past and everything. Not so much Phasma. Maybe it's because I watched them. I watched Grimmjow's as I read. Maybe that's why. It took long. Oh, it's taking a U-pick. Nice. That's good to know for future. Because even though I haven't gotten there yet, I will. It's only a matter of time. I will. There's gonna be a manga Yoroichi banner, and then I'm gonna have to do that. Although Yoroichis do tend to like me. Alibel's the one that likes the. Well, I know she gets it back. I just didn't remember if that's how she took him out. Because I know Soifon's one of those characters who should be. Soifon is interesting. Because Soifon is technically, she's not the. Soifon should be the most overpowered captain. He's got so much in her arsenal. She's got a lot in her arsenal. She's ahead of not just the captain, but she's also ahead of them, like their version of a ninja squad. She is a flash step master. She has an extremely overpowered Shikai that they never really use to its fullest. A really good Bankai, in my opinion, not as good as the Shikai, but still. And then she's got Shunko for when she just doesn't feel like carrying a sword. And she can use Shunko and her Shikai at the same time. What the heck? Did I just hit nothing? Run! I don't like this floor. This floor always gives me a hard time because it's 100% luck. And I was doing this on JP a couple days ago. I got all the way to Masaki and I almost ran out of time because I could not inflict poison. It just wasn't going off. No matter what I did, it was not going. And right now I'm getting extremely lucky that it's gone off like 3 times at this point. But when I was when I was on the other one, it was just not going. I was already down to my last minute on Misaki. It was just not going. Not a single time of inflicting poison, which is just nuts. And it's happened on stream as well. That same thing has happened on stream. Not this time. I'm getting extremely lucky, but did you miss the summons? No, I'm actually very close to the summon. I just need to get to floor 20, and then I can summon, because that's the last one of the orbs. I'm getting orbs. Need to get this guy up. Whatever. Get him away from me. Over there. Woo! Okay. Get him, Soifon. I'm not gonna risk it. He's ranged, and I 1 hit away. Ice Wolf Claw? That force? Grimmjow had a. No. I agree he had a mid backstory. It's just they wanted us to care about Grimmjow's whole backstory, and it was kind of, I could see her Grimmjow's perspective, and while Basby's perspective is a bit more sad and sobby, I just didn't. Meh. Basby just meh. I think Grimmjow's cool, and I don't think Basby's cool. I guess that's what it boils down to. No, that's what I'm saying. So I agree with you. Soifon is mid tier, but I'm saying she should be one of the better captains because she's got so much in her arsenal, and she isn't. That's the problem. She's also angry all the time. Mid-month banner, step 10, step 20 guarantees one of the characters. Is that... Wait, is that for real? Or is it one of the, because I know every 5 steps guarantee you one of the banners. Not the... One of the characters in the pool. And then... Do they do the banner character stuff now? Is it... They switch it up? They have to figure out a way. I guess they kind of have to figure out a way to make it towards the Soifon has to fight enemies that are ranged or that she can't get close to because her ability is too overpowered when it works, because sometimes it just doesn't even work. You have to write that character in such a way where her fights Top 10, yeah, 10 and 20 give you... Oh, wow! Is that a new thing? She has the least experience. I think... Doesn't Toshiro have it? Because isn't Toshiro the newest captain? He's only got like 15 years, right? Whereas Soifon has anywhere between 1 and 100. I don't think she was the immediate next. Well, she might have been the immediate captain. But we know she has no more than 100. At the very least. Actually, a lot of the captains don't have a lot of experience being captain. Because they die so often. Or abandon their posts. It's only mid-month. Huh. When did this happen? It's good though. It's a good thing I'm doing getting a lot of orbs from Senkaimon. We are going at least to step 11 on both accounts. I might have to stop and max out some characters for both accounts. But at least doing this, I have to do that less. Being a captain fears a lot. It shouldn't be, but yeah. Like it shouldn't be when you look at Retsu, when you look at Yama, Shunsui, Ukitake. It shouldn't. But you look like Kisuke, you look at Kaname, Gin, Aizen. They have their own plan up their sleeve. But still, they weren't captains for right. They started doing it when they added the pity system. I'm all for pity systems. Yeah, there's a few characters that don't like their weapons. Shuei is another one. Shuei does not like his sword. And it seems like the sword reciprocates. But at least, you know, helps him out in a fight. Unlike Renji, whose sword does not respect him. Yeah, you're alright, but I have no... Oh, sweet. Nice. Getting a burn and weaken on Candace is the most crucial part of this floor. This floor is very annoying otherwise. Because Lily Barrow, it's too late now, but if you do things correctly, which I didn't do, if you get up close to him, he never uses this. Like I said, I didn't do it. Because it's very weird. Some range characters have to be within a certain range in order for them to do a special, but if you're too close to them, they will default to attacking you in melee or strong attack, and won't use their special because you're too close. And he's one of them. At least, yeah, he is one. There's been many times, and it only applies to some characters. He's just the one that really stands out in my head because it's the hardest one out of all of them. But in other Senkaimon floors, I remember that popping up as well. Like, there were certain Senkaimon floors where I had to use White Zangetsu to get really close up in normal attack. It was like boss rooms, where if I was too close, they would not use their special because they want to retreat like 2 feet and then do it, and you don't let them. It's just a little trickier because it does something. You guys remember hybrid characters? Where they didn't have Flurry or Flurry or Frenzy? Just they were jack of all trades? I missed them. They wouldn't be viable now unless you gave them Flurry and Frenzy at one. But even then, there was also other characters that... This was very rare. Very rare. But they were both ranged and melee for their normal attack. Like, it would be 3 attacks of melee, and then the last one was ranged. OG Grimjaw was like that. OG Grimjaw's final attack shot out a spike that did a lot of damage. Cacao Society Stark might be the last. No, Cacao Society Stark is like that, but I think the last time we saw it was Manga Renji. Manga Renji. His last attack, turns out. Then there's characters who had strong attacks. Some of them were ranged, some of them were melee. And those were a bit more common. They kind of, with the Resurrection, did them all, fixed all that. But for a while, it was uncommon to see that. And I preferred that. I liked when that happened. Gave you option. Alright, last floor. At least. Probably boot up the game on my J. The book of the light novel fixed in, to an extent that can unlock you with. I have all the Camp for Your Own World. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do. I just need more time. Fine, you have less time. No! Oh, wait. I was hoping the next power creep be a new wave of hybrid character, Frenzy at 2, Flurry at 1. Honestly, I'd take Frenzy at 1 and Flurry at 1. I would take that. Because that's still really good. I feel like they put a lot heavier weight on Bombardment. Bombardment carries a lot of weight in this game, and it's not that big of. It's a one-shot thing. It carries a big weight in PvP, where it can do the most damage. But even then, it's mostly normal attacking characters, so they usually have it wouldn't matter. But yeah, they put too much weight on Bombardment. They really should. Does some of the best damage in the game. Fun. I guess Guild Quest Bombardment carries a lot of things, but like not nearly as much. Not nearly as much. For your boys. Okay, this time. This stuff, orb, never orb weekly, maybe. There isn't daily, but I haven't done PvP. I think they removed co-op as a requirement. Yeah. Okay, as I said earlier, I am gonna record this separately for people who I'm probably gonna upload it for people who are not in the stream, or who don't want to watch the entire 2-hour stream before we got to this point. But here we go. Before I do this, I do want to take a look at the... Okay, I have Candace. I don't think I have Bambi on either account. So there's that. I apparently don't have Senjumaru on this account. For the longest time I thought I did. And I think that's it. I think I have every character other than that. Maybe on both accounts, but I know at least once. Senjumaru I have on JP for sure, but I do not have on. So really, it's these two I'm after. Also, all right, here we go. I'd rather not go to 0. I'm prepared to because I think I want to go to step 10 or step 11. This is 11's the cheapest. I don't want to have to. I can avoid it. But here we go. Okay, starting awfully. Okay, better. I will never turn down a Nell, though I do have this one at 5 out of 5, I think. This is the one that I really, really wanted for the longest time. I think I have it. I might not have it at 5 out of 5. I really wanted this one for the longest time because I really wanted to do a wrong build. The wrong build did not disappoint. It was so much. I still use her as a strong attacking character because it's that much fun. Okay, 3-in-1, all dupes, but still, 3-in-1s are rare. Otaku Gamer, all's well so far. Do have some homework, but I'll get to it. Okay. I like what I'm seeing so far. Yes, and it's Byakuya too, who I wanted the most. This is good. This means that I may not have to go to 10. Because I as long as I get one of each, I don't care if I get one on the JP. This is fine. This is good.
母上が自分の意志で呪いを捨てると決めたように、私も自分の意志で呪いを受けると決めたのです。
I really like. No, I really wish they would have given. Because they didn't give her like frenzy at 2 or SSB. I really like this. The shame they stuck her with a bad. But still, Byakuya. Dude, look at his. They really split up his hair. Jeez. Nice. One of the two, yeah. No, we just need Asnot. So far, pretty good luck, too. Then I opened my mouth. Alright. Step 5 is guaranteed, right? Every 5th step? Or is it step 6? Step 6. Ooh, it's at step 6. Okay. That's not good. Fake out? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. I don't know. I have Askin. I don't know that I've ever used. Okay. Got Byakuya. I didn't realize. Okay. You 5-star guarantee step 10. Can we make it to 10? Why not? I made you guys sit through a whole Senkaimon, 2 Senkaimon things. Why not? I owe you. There's another, no, now. Oh, he is. Is he about to get a resurrection? Are we at that point? How time flies, doesn't it? It could still be Byakuya, but... But still. Also, I repeat, now that you have Byakuya, time step doesn't mean that's not, it means... Yeah, no, it could still be, it's fine, if it's a 2 out of 5 Byakuya. I really like Byakuya. Fine. It looks like I am gonna have to max out another character. Pantera! That's the first one, too. We were just talking about you. I skipped through that. Doesn't matter. It was Lisa, who I really like. I really like that. I really wish they wouldn't give her extended reach. Like, better than others. Hey, it's another Byakuya. Better than other characters just because she does have a spear. Okay. How many... Okay. Maxing out a 6-star should do it. So let me do that real quick and then we'll be good. Who to max out? What do I have this sorted at? Why? It's pretty good. I would... You see, I'm trying to think of who I've used for Senkaimon. Even though it doesn't really matter who I use. Let's do this. So easy now. Right. Here we go. It's a guaranteed one. It could be a third Byakuya, or it could be Asuna. We'll see. Or it could be both. The comment by surprisingly the step ups. I can't believe they confirmed the characters have steps. It is nice. And it's Byakuya again. It's fine. We have another account. It's fine. Byakuya is the one I wanted the most. So this is fine. Three out of 5 Byakuya. Not bad. Not bad. Alright. Give me a few seconds while I set this up. Hopefully the volume won't be that different. Hey, that one. Alright. We might have to deal with a little bit of lag with the audio, so I'm gonna turn it down. Just because the audio is a bit laggy. But we are gonna jump straight to it. There's no point in do that. Can I? Alright. Again, sorry for the lag, but it's mostly going to be summons anyway. Out of the gate! That's a different Nanao. Which is funny because I don't think I have Nanao on this account. I could be wrong. Let me know if I need to turn the game up. I've got to figure out a better way to stream the JP side. It's struggling. You know, it's weird. We didn't get a single fake out on the last one. We got a lot of 5 stars, a surprisingly number of 5 stars for global, especially. But none of them were fake out. I'm so used to being faked out on that account. But still, pretty good amount of... No, that's actually this now. Let's see if I am missing. I think I am, but I could be wrong. You have her, but I don't have her maxed. What? Honestly, the 5-star luck has been really good. Surprisingly good. Come on. Wow, that lagged on the actual device as well. That's rare. Oh. Well, original Hollywood too. We got 2 very old characters. 3-1. Once again, all dupes. Oh. Step 6 is guaranteed. Step 10 is also guaranteed. Fake out. Yes. It's like we're summoning the characters we discussed earlier. I don't know what's happening. We talked about so many of these guys during the Senkaimon, and then they heard. Step 6 guaranteed. And then I think I am gonna have to max out a character. Okay, so there is gonna be at least another one, because step 6 is guaranteed a character in the pool, right? Hey, I think this is him. Yes. Nice. Nice. I still want to go to step 10. Because why not? We're this far. Honestly, if I had gotten him step 1, I might have stopped. But at this point, we're too far in. We might as well. You've never seen that Mashiro before? That's the very first Mashiro. That's the very first Mashiro. Honestly, pretty fun. I think she's both a normal and... She's like... Got a normal attack damage link, but she's also got frenzy, so you can build her either way. A lot of fun. Very nice. Like I said, we're this far in. Might as well go to step. She is a good PvP link, yes. Her art looks pretty. Yeah, in the earlier times they would add a lot of background. Sometimes, you know. One thing that they stopped doing that I really wish they hadn't is for the very first espadas, the very first iteration of them, they would put their number in the background, but it was only ever for the fake up, please. Yes, thank you. It was only ever for the. And I wish they would have kept that up. It would be cool if for every espada that's now, if it'd be cool if for every espada they would just put their number in the background forever. It could be one of those things that they never, unspoken, don't address. Kind of like Soifun and Yoroichi always having 3 or 4 stuff. Okay. Tag team almost very and very good. Very good in the sense that she's got 2 really good killers, Hollow and Arankar. I'm gonna have to grind a couple. She's got a Hollow and Arankar killer, which is very good. And then she's got a strong attack 2 that's a vortex move that can inflict burn, which is awesome. And then her strong attack 3, I think it's 3, does as much damage as a charged move fully charged, except you don't have to charge it. It just fires. It just has that magnification of a whole lot of damage. Because that was back in the day when it didn't matter. You just do whatever. Good old days. You know what? You've been stuck on 149 long. It's time. It's time you went up a level. It's not even the resurrected version. It's the original version. I've just had him at 149 forever. There must be an. Where's the left? Here's. This. I'm sure there's another one at 140. We're at 100s, 20s. Here we go. There's so many at 148. Here we go, 149s. Who do I feel like using again? Let's see. You know what? I don't think I have you any. You know, let's do Chad. There we go. That should give me enough to get to one more sum. I'll max out the others sooner or later. I know I'll get to them eventually when there's and there will be, a banner where I just really, really want all in, I will go and max out everyone and do all the side stuff that I haven't done. But until that day comes, here we go. Last summon. BLEACH, please. Okay. We have gotten her so much on this video, and not just one iteration too. This is at least another one too, because this is I have to apparently I'm guaranteed either Asnot or BLEACH. So I don't know if they still do the free Renji. I would assume so. Also, really good Link. And really good character. Really, really good character. That's not again. Looks like one account got one character, the other one got the other. Which I am totally fine with. That happens sometimes. It's only very few characters that I really, really want in both of my accounts. But this is not one of those cases. I'm totally content with what happens. I really do wish I could trade, but oh well. Anyway, if you're watching this at a later time, if you're watching this in video form, this is where the video ends. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope your luck was better than mine, even though mine, I very rarely get this many 5-stars. It was pretty good. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Take care. And for those of you on the stream, I think that's it for the stream as well. I have to do homework now. I really do. Anyway, that's it for this, you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. I will likely not be able to stream until after Thanksgiving, even though you know, rarely have time to stream these days anyway. But yeah, keep on the lookout. I do plan on streaming the Pokemon game when I'm done with stuff, as well as other games. There's a few stuff in my backlog that I want to do, and more BBS, of course. Don't forget, we always get like special co-op events for New Year's and stuff like that. So definitely gonna do that. Oh, I've been looking to do recolor streams again. I got my tablet here for the recolor streams. Those are always fun. And there's a lot of characters to choose from this time around. That'll be fun. And a few other ideas that I've had too. Might try out in the 1 month that I'm off. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for the chats. It's been fun. I hope you guys have a good night.